Everybody, welcome. Got a couple of updates for Blender 3.6, and I'm just going to go ahead and make a couple of objects here. And what one of them is going to be a custom orientation that is now in here called parent. Instead of global, local, normal, gimbal, view, cursor, we now have parent. And both of these being on global for the moment, I'll just rotate this on the x-axis, and then what I want to do is take this fresh copy here and I'll parent it. And so I'll parent the object. And then you can see the orientation gizmo here. And this is under the comma menu for the orientation pie as well. And so if I was to switch that to parent, let me go back one so you can kind of see how that works. If I switch this one to parent, hit the comma, grab parent, it now will orientate itself that way, and then it switches up here as well. And so I just thought that was pretty neat. All right, and I've got one more thing here for you guys, and then I'll show you a little trick or two near the end, so stick it out to the end of the video. This one you don't want to miss though, because it's pretty cool. So if I come over to scripting and I've got some Python here or text, doesn't matter. And like I said, if you don't have anything here, you can click new if it says it there, or you can just click new here to get that area refreshed. And then you can click templates, Python, and click on anything in here that you want. And then go to edit and text to 3D object. One object or one object per line. I'll just click it one object. Be careful putting too much stuff in if you got a slower PC. As usual, you can come down to the icon for the text editing, pull down geometry, and put in a slight extrusion on everything so don't crash yourself out. And I want to take up a top view. I use a little gimbal, that little squiggly at the top. That's nice. Especially when you're on a laptop, and we'll jump into edit mode. Now, I do know that now you're supposed to, and this may not be new, but Blender today says it's new. I've never double clicked on anything and noticed it, but you can double click words now pretty much everywhere. So if I come here to edit collection, and I've got basically separate words. If you double click over them, you will individually select said words. Now, if I'm here, I can hit Control End and go to the end of this, and it's supposed to go to the end of the text, the entire text by itself, the entire code, but it wasn't working for me. And it's probably because I'm on the laptop and it's just going to be the way it is. But you can hit Control End and go to the end of whatever word that you are working on. But that's pretty cool. You could animate this if you wanted to. You know, make it like a little Star Wars thing. Insert a location on this. And get that location. And go to frame 250. Wait for it. Hit G and Y. Just up a little. And insert another location. And then dare I go ahead and take a top view and pretend this is like Star Wars and just hit play. I'm waiting for it. Here it comes. Dun, 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 dun. I don't even know how the music goes, but I really do like Star Wars. In a Python galaxy far, far away, there was an error that I couldn't solve without ChatGPT-4. So here we go. All right, so that's fun. All right, then there's going to be some other stuff. There's a node I'm trying to download because I didn't see this. So today's my birthday, 24th, so I wasn't looking for a new version on my birthday, but here it is. So I'm downloading this. I'll come right back. There's a new node you got to look at too. This could help you out with animation. That's if it's actually in here. I didn't see it in the latest 3.6, but we'll see in just a second. All right, so I've got that. Let's go to the daily. All right, so I'm going back and I know what I saw. It should be under my daily and library, but it doesn't say 24th, it says 23rd now. But we'll go ahead and launch that and see if that node is in there. Otherwise, I'll just take you to Pablo from the Blender today and just play his little rendition on it. Didn't really go over it. So I'll go ahead and click new, and I'll add a new geometry nodes. I'll hit Shift A and then S, type in index, and there it is, index of nearest. So not going to build a node tree out to test this, but if you know anything about indexes and how you can switch this, Pablo suggests that this would be used for animation because you can have a boolean for neighbors in that position. And so similarly, if you have something like an array, and obviously this isn't going to be an array, but if you have some type up just a touch, if you have an array, it's going to check the points behind it and the points in front of it. So that's going to be pretty cool. And so if you've actually got, say, some different points here, it will check the index of the first one. Like if this is the one with the node, it'll check the front and the back. And so it have a position and a group ID respectively. So you can work with that in geometry nodes. All right, for the next thing, just drop in a plane, any object, doesn't matter. Let's jump over into cycles, and I'll turn you into an instant Python coder. And let me get out of CPU. That's absolutely killing me. And I'm going to go ahead and just drop in a point light, G and Z, to kind of bring that up right about there. Now what we can do is jump over to the scripting workspace. Let's click New under the text editor here, and let's go to Templates and Python. And what I'm going to do is come down here to Gizmo Custom Geometry. Just go ahead and click to drop this in. It's going to be just a bunch of Python. It's going to be a pre-made script. Go ahead and hit play, and you'll see something has now popped up in the viewport. Let's go check it out. Come back over to the layout. But if you slide this, you can now bring the intensity up and down of your light. Now this script is only going to run while Blender is active, but you can do a startup file save, and you can go default startup file and save that, and it should load every time. If not, you know where it's at, and I'm sure there's another way to do that as well. As you can see under here, I'll just bring this to yellow, whatever. You can see it's at 28, and you can bring this down, just kind of bring the mouse up and down, and there you go. So you can kind of play with that and have fun with those two things. That's about it. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.